फैसल साहब जी, अगर मेरा थोड़ा सा स्पीकिंग फॉर माई सेल्फ,
जी
आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन फॉर यू कि आप मुझे ये बताइए, जो असल स्टेक होल्डर है, वोटर, वो हमारे सामने नहीं है. यू आर हेयर बिफोर द गार्डियन ऑफ द फंडामेंटल राइट्स एंड द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट राइट इज द राइट टू वोट. अब क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे ये है, there were complaints of the political party the PTI. It was consistently complaining that it was not getting a free hand to contest the elections. लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड नहीं थी.
वो कंप्लेंट्स हमारे सामने नहीं है. सॉरी,
let me just complete.
हमारे सामने आएंगे.
Let me just complete. We are the custodians of the fundamental rights, and those who are not before us, the voters, we need to consider their rights as well. What should be the approach of this court? Challenges were faced by one political party. It was complaining of a coercive apparatus of the state in operation, and it has not happened for the first time. It has been repeatedly happening, and every political party at some time has faced it. We may pretend as if everything is hunky-dory. It is not. What should be the approach? How to secure the right of that voter and not to pretend that everything is hunky-dory?
My Lord, I think the approach should be that the issue which is before your Lordship, and like this issue, which is an election issue, a democracy issue, that the judgment should reflect the true representation of the voter. That is what the approach should be.
If I may put what you are saying in different way, that if on the basis of what the parent statute says, that Form A is the controlling form, rules must give way to the parent statute.
Yes.
All of these returned candidates were PTI candidates.
Yes.
Forced by a cascading series of errors of law by the Election Commission to take on the garb of independence, right?
Yes.
And on that basis, they have sought safe haven under you.
Yes.
So the question boils down to is this: if they were as a bloc in the National Assembly as PTI, they were then entitled, in terms of that provision we are considering, apparently, to proportionate reserved seats. Therefore, are they to be denied those reserved seats simply because now they have taken shelter under AVI is formed to control substance, or is the substance of the Constitution? Because from the current situation, that prima facie is subject to whatever the many illustrious learned counsel who are waiting to pounce on my questions may offer, to deny you the form. You are just the form. Those reserved seats is to deny the substantive party that stands behind you, PTI, because you are here only because they are here. Therefore, I go back to the question that I ask over and over again. What is in the very peculiar facts and circumstances of this case, of this general election, what is a political party for purposes of that? And I've given you the example. The word elect is used there in a very strange way. There's no election.
There is no election.
So why? So a word elect can be used in a slightly different way in order to accommodate the constitutional requirement. Why not political party? Behind your form lies the substance. What should the Supreme Court obey?
Yes.
The substance or the form?
Yes. That would be my alternative
Mr.
argument.
Faisal, if I could just take that further and get to the real controversy.
And let me endorse that as well. We really need to understand what the controversy is.
Thank you. If the lady is endorsing me, I'm very flattered. No, but I just want to add that borrowing Justice Munib's term, the cascading errors are behind us now. I think the question before us are, as you framed, the two questions. What is proportional representation, and whether at all a SIC is a political party for our purposes. I think we can't go back into the cascading errors or the gallery of errors that were there. That's not challenged before us. So let's not, spend time there. We've moved on. The precise two questions, as I see it, is what does proportional representation mean, and whether at all SIC is a political party. Is that right?
Yes.
So let's address these two questions head on.
Yes. The only thing, and I'll come to that because that would be the answer to the fourth
Because
question.
पुराने errors मैंने छोड़ दे, गुजर गया
There is one way of, without going back, really correcting the errors. And when I come to the interpretation of Article 51, I will build on observations with both your lordships.
You don't have to respond to errors or whatever. That is for the ECP.
Yes.
You were compelled, and so you did what you had to do.
But
let them answer what they think was the right answer, way to do it, and what their orders meant.